My family game nights rivaled the Rose Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Never casual. Winning was always practical. Even when I lacked the tools, intellectually, to properly discern deals concerning Monopoly real estate decisions. Because I was only 8, and that first game of Monopoly is still pending, and I'm still grinning, sending my sister's warship Monopoly piece to jail while reading her chance card, telling my brother go fish even though I had the cards. It was hard to let go of those 2 threes like, Granny's cooking on your Sunday plate. I wanted to win in the worst way. We would play rummy, gin rummy, AC doocy, trouble, trivial, pursue, guess who, clue, connect 4 square, charades, catchphrase, and spades? Oh, wow. Hey, spades was holy at our kitchen table. Spades was scripture between our fingers. And everyone had the answers, and everyone was right, and everyone was wrong. Who's going to win? Us and never them. Just ask my Uncle Dennis. Yo, losing never came easy for my family, but I did not learn this at our family game nights. I learned this at my aunt's funeral. Losing never came easy for my family, and it never came easy for me. When that casket closed, the wounds on our souls were exposed like 2 sizes too small stiletto open toes. Uncomfortable. 2013, I wrote a book. This is why kids want to stay up late. Open the cover. On the first page, you'll find my aunt's name, for Valoria, V, Aunt V. Breast cancer thought it took my aunt. She merely went home. Cancer may have destroyed her body, and some of those memories may have been hurtful. The radiation treatments, the hospital visits, watching her wither, unable to care for herself, the scarf covering her head as her hair fell in love with the floor. She was still beautiful. And the pain and suffering. My grandmother and cousin carried like a letter from the army to a soldier's mother during a time of war. I'm sorry your daughter didn't make it home this time. I'm sorry your daughter didn't make it home this time. Yes, some of those memories may have been hurtful, but when I look back, her soul glows like a Jerry Curl commercial. Her name, Valoria V, Aunt V, reminds me of hope like the color purple. Yes, Alice Walker's wisdom is swimming between her teeth. She may have died, but never once tasted defeat. She is infinite throughout our thoughts like God's heartbeat. An anthem of hope like the vinyl version of Marvin Gaye's What's Going On stuck on repeat. When I look back, I see a woman of service serving as a nurse for 20 years at Lourdes Hospital. She spent her last moments there. My father remembers and vividly recalls the moment she took her last breath. I still remember the couch in the hospital room where my grandmother slept, and like Jesus before Calvary, at that bedside, she prayed and she wept until the stars kissed dawn. She never left. True story. My grandmother stayed in my aunt's house until she passed from the same very disease, ripping for whispers for her daughter in the air. But when I look back and think of my aunt, I see a woman of God. She carried more crosses on her back than a Roman execution squad. So when the back pains arrived, she thought it was business as usual. Not this time. My uncle, her brother Henderson, said, V, you should get that checked out. When she got back from Cleveland, she did. I was only in 8th grade, still just a little kid. It was hard for me to fathom my aunt had less than a year to live. But if I didn't learn anything, I learned this. It's not about what you lose while you're here, but about what you can give. I may have lost my aunt, but I can give you her story. You may have lost a father, a brother, a mother, a sister, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt just like me, a grandparent, or a friend. But you can give their story. My aunt may have died once, but she'll live twice. When I look back, cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Yet cancer may have won that battle, but it won't win the war. Yet cancer may have destroyed her body, but her soul, yes, her soul lives on. My aunt may have died once, but she'll live. No, she will live every time I recite this poem. Thank you.